Alright, working on the old Reed VISE here again, and I think what I'm going to do today is just clean it up and prep it and maybe paint it and stuff, or get it ready for paint. I put it on the paper here. I was going to dig out all the grease here and everything, but there really isn't much. I could probably just stick it in the bucket of gasoline over there, the parts cleaner, and even that's good shape. But even the bottom, let me see if I can turn this over one hand. There we go. Even taking apart this thing is, I have the light on. Yeah, even taking apart this thing is pretty heavy. Yeah, even down here is pretty clean. So I think I'll just stick it in the gasoline and brush it up and paint it. Actually, not much of it's going to get painted, you know. This all here stays bare, and then we'll put some kind of stuff on here to keep it from rusting. But only this gets painted, and this back here gets painted. Inside here, in the walls, it's going to stay bare. So it's really not much of a job. And then over here, let me show you what we did with this. Remember, we were asking how to get these balls off and everything. It seems that they were round at one time and then they were just crushed. But so me and Mike actually tried to bend them back and see if we could slip one off. But if this focuses in, and I don't think it will. Maybe the light has something to do with it. Okay. If I come in a little slower, maybe if I zoom in. Nah, it ain't working. I don't know. That's what happens when you buy these cameras. But anyway, there's a crack there. It looks like, there you go. Wow. Yeah. There's a crack there. And I think me and Mike put that crack in there. But there's already a crack here on the back side. And I can see and feel by that. And that's been there for a while. And there's another crack. So even on this side here, there's a crack right here. So by beating on that, and another crack here, by beating on that isn't going to accomplish anything. It's just going to destroy stuff. So what I decided to do, actually I'm going to weld what cracks like it's fine. I'm going to weld them up and then put a little beating on them, you know, give it a little patina like it has. But what we're going to do is we're going to cut off up maybe about an inch, leave about an inch of the pipe, and then I'm just going to replace that whole piece of steel. It's only 3/4 stock. So we'll weld it together and then grind it down, and you'll never know it was even replaced. So that's where we are with that. So let me get to cleaning this thing, and then we'll see how far we get. Alrighty. Alright, I found something interesting here. Get the line off for you here. I was looking in here, and you look at the walls, and it looked like it was just one big smooth journal in there, you know, or whatever you want to call it, you know. But then I started scraping, and I didn't think there was much to scrape, but it turns out that all in here is actually packed dirt and grease and everything. So much that it actually looked like it was all one piece. Let me see if I can scrape some of this off here. I can't really do it with one hand. But anyway, all this up here is all just grease and stuff. So the only part that guides it here is this. You got a little half-inch piece here. So it's funny the kind of stuff you find. All right, let me clean that out and see what it looks like. All right, got to lay it on its side here. There we go. Got the light on for you. And I dug out all this, and then I started going to the top. Let me get a little light here, and you can actually see there. It looked like it was flat too all the way, but that's actually packed with 100 years of grease and dirt and dust and grime and you name it. So interesting, the kind of thing you find. It's funny because I was wondering, how am I going to, wire a wheel or clean that up and everything like that. So now just wire wheel on the edge here. There shouldn't be any problem at all. Interesting what you find with this when you're playing with old stuff. Alright, I just thought that was interesting. Let me clean it all out and I'll show you what 100 years of grease and grime look like. Alright, I finished cleaning out all up. What did I say earlier? Shouldn't take long, should only be a couple minutes. Well, that's 2 hours later. And this is what 100 years of grease and grime and dirt look like. So, alright, I'm going to throw it in the bucket of gas. I think I might clean that bucket out first. I'm probably a lot of crud in the bottom of it. So, alright, back to work. Alright, all them parts are in the bucket cleaner now. We'll cut this off here. I'm going to want to cut this, and I'm going to want that as square as possible. So let me throw you guys in the tripod and I'll show you how we're going to get that square. Alright, to make that square, I'll show you young guys, this is one of the oldest tricks in the book. You'll want to, I got a piece of computer paper here. You just want a piece of paper that's, you know, has got a good edge on it. So I'm just going to cut a little piece off here. And you want to make it a little crooked so you know which end is up. So, alright. Then what you do is you just put that around here. This isn't that tough because actually let me do it this way, make it easier on me. Because this is only a 3/4 inch piece of pipe here. But when you get to a 3-inch piece and you got to make a square cut on here, this comes in handy. And what you do is you just make sure this paper lines up with itself all the way around, and then you're dead nuts on. You ain't going to get no closer than that. So for this, I'm just going to tape that on there, keep it from moving, and then I'll just take. See, that's perfect. It may not look at it on camera, but that's perfect. So I'm going to take my 4.5 inch grinder here with a diamond wheel on it and cut that off. Let me get you guys out of the way so you don't get any sparks in your eyes. Alright, get your eye protection on and your earplugs. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a line. I'm going to go all the way around here right on the edge so I know exactly where I want to cut. And then I'll just work my way in. I'll keep spinning this around and work my way in. And that should give me a square cut. Alright. Hit somebody in the foot, huh? How the heck did that happen? Alright. That'll be on the blooper reel. Alright. I'm sorry you had to see that. But what I did is I put it in the vise and just did that. And usually what I do is I'll hit it with the hammer, you know. And I didn't do that. My bad. Stuff happens. Alright, where were we at? Alright, I'm going to cut all the way around here. I'm going to cut that off. I'll turn this back on. Alright, we got that cut about halfway through. Now I'm going to turn it around. And go from this side. Yeah, if your cut wheel starts chattering, that means you're putting too much pressure on it. You gotta let it cut by itself. It's chatter at first, but don't worry about that. get to a point where you can actually just bend that off and then clean it up a little bit. Let me finish this up. Alright, I think we're pretty close. Once we get that close, you can actually bend it. And there you go. It's about as square as you get. I'm going to hit that on a sander and make it flush. Alright. Yeah, that's about as square and flush as you're going to get it. So I'll probably bevel the edges on this and the piece of stock I put in there. And get a little dirt bike to weld it up for me. And then we'll grind that up and you won't even know it was there. Alright, I'm going to do the other side and call it good. Alright, got these all cleaned up and I beveled the edges. Just got to wait for my welder now. He come up and take care of them. Got this all cleaned up, ready for paint. And I'll leave a link in the description for this because every time I use that I get a lot of comments. Everyone wants to know where I get them. So, alright, don't know where we're going next, but we'll go there. Alright, we're back working on the old Reed VISE here. And I had it soaking for about like 3 days. You know, not because it needed it, only because I didn't have a chance to get back to it. But it cleaned up pretty well. You know, it still looks dirty and greasy, but that's just because it's painted black. But there really isn't any, even half this VISE is as heavy. Let me see if I can turn it around here. And I don't think I had the light on, huh? Alright, yeah, the inside's clean and degreased and everything. So next thing we're going to do is just wire wheel it and paint it. And I might not show you that, but or maybe we'll throw some clips in there. But anyway. What I'm going to do now is we're going to show you the solution we came up with for this broken collar here. So let me move this vise and we'll show you what we came up with. Okay, I cleaned up these other parts. This is the screw and this wire wheel, that and everything. So this is all ready to paint. And here's our handle. Here's the old one. I was able to pick up this. This is actually chrome moly, so this is pretty strong stuff. They make roll bars and stuff out of chrome moly, so that's solid. Now I just got to get a little dirt bike in frame there. There we go. Move it up a little bit. Yeah, just got to get a little dirt bike to weld that on there and clean that up, and that'll be all good. But let me get this out of the way and show you how I solve this problem here. What I did was I contacted my buddy Chuck, the old brat rider, and asked him if he wouldn't mind collaborating with me, you know, and making this part. And he was more than happy, you know. I've known Chuck for a long time. He's got a really good channel. I mean, he's actually got a great channel. You know, I don't say that about many guys, but he's actually got a great channel over there. And I asked him if he would make this for me, and he was more than happy to. And he did a beautiful job with it. And even gave me this, I don't know what the hell this is, some kind of nut. It was like this when it came in a bag. I thought, what the hell is that? It looked like some kind of coon turd or something, but Chuck lives out there in the Ozark Mountains, so it's probably some kind of mountain nut. I don't know, it looks similar to a chestnut or a buckeye nut. Don't know exactly what kind. Somebody can tell me, or Chuck, let me know. But little piece sent me a little piece of the Ozarks. But anyway, I was talking to him, and he, like I say, he was more than happy to make it, and said he probably couldn't make it within the tolerances that we do in our shop here, you know, to the millionth. And I said, that's no problem. We'll give you a pass, you know. It's his first time working with me. We'll give you a pass. So anyway, here's a letter. I usually don't read letters. Let me get the box out of the way here. I don't read letters, and I'm just going to touch upon this one, but the first sentence blew me away. It says, thanks for letting me be a part of the project. I do appreciate it. You know, now who says that kind of stuff? You got to go check this guy out. You know, talk about a sweet, humble, beautiful man. You know, he's just way more than happy to help anybody. So, give me a minute here. Alright, Let me read what else he says here. Like I say, I usually don't read these letters. Chuck got old Road King a little verklempt there. But let's go on. It says, I did this project as I imagined it might have been done when the original part was cast. So right there it tells you, this guy's cool. He says, all ruler laid out with the sizes checked with the caliper and stuff. Let's see. It says, not perfect, but I think it's close enough to work. And he says he used the metal was from an old jack shaft, the collar of an old jack shaft, so he modified it instead of throwing out a good piece of steel. And he said he was hoping it was cast, but it's not, and that's fine too, because the main purpose of this piece is just to pull the one jaw back. It's not like you pressure or anything. And this is actually, I always say when somebody makes a part, I say better than new, but this is actually, I think, better than new. Lubricate and stuff like that, and it'll be fine. And then let me see what it says here. He says, I think it's within plus or minus 10 thousandths. And then he says, I had big fun making a part and hope it works out for you. And then his tagline, keep the camera rolling, Chuck. So as soon as I read that, where he thinks it's within 10,000, something like that, naturally I'm going to check it. I got my old Mitsutoyo, I don't even know how to say it, Mitsutoyo. But anyway, let me see if I can get this on the camera. Right, it's supposed to be 1 inch. And if that ain't dead nuts on, nothing is, so. Well within the tolerances of Road King shop here. You met the millionth challenge there. So, okay. I lost my train of thought there, Chuck. So here's the part, and actually it slides on here. This thread is just slightly under 1 inch. That's why it looks like it slides on so easy. Here we go. And then even give me an Allen screw and stuff like that. Let me see. It goes in there. Come on, Road King. I'm on camera here. There we go. Okay, so that actually goes in a... Sorry about that. Let me move it up here. Okay. So there we go, man. That's what that does. I'll show it to you again once it goes under inside the vise. The only thing I don't like about it is it's not going to be seen. It's going to be hidden. It's a beautiful piece of workmanship there. Like I say, it almost looks like you polished it. Chamfered the edges. And take another look at this. Yeah, inside smooth as can be. Look at beautiful. Okay, so that's how we fix that problem here. So let me tell you a little bit about Chuck, and I want you guys to go over and check him out. Like I said, this guy is his channel is unbelievable. He only has about 1,500, not even 1,500 subscribers, and his channel should have well over 10,000, 20,000, even 30,000 views or subscribers. He's so good. Anyway, the guy's he's a mechanic off, right at the top of the hand there. He's a mechanic, and he does motorcycle repairs. Even his name, Old Brat Rider. You see Brat and you think he, he's like a, I don't know, like a brat. But the Brat actually stands for Back Road Adventure Touring Team. I don't think it's a big national organization. It's probably just a bunch of his friends and everything. But what they do is they go out and the back trails, and he takes his motorcycle. I think he has a Triumph. And they just go out and just have fun. And he does metal fabrication, he does blacksmithing, machining. And one of his videos that blew me away is he actually made a jig to make a ball on the lathe. Talk about wild. Usually, a lathe is usually just for making round stuff this way. But he made a jig that actually made a steel ball. It was pretty cool. And he does the sand castings and gives all kinds of shop tips. He's so eclectic, it's unbelievable. And even right now, I mean, his wife and his daughter found some baby possums that were abandoned by their mother, and they raised them. And and cut them loose, and that was pretty cool. But what else can I say about this guy? He's incredible. You got to go over there and check him out. I mean, he's really one of the nicest guys on YouTube. And he lives out in the Ozark Mountains, what a beautiful place he has too. And he's just one cool, crusty old dude, you know, unbelievable. So do me a favor and go over there and check him out. Send him Road King sent you, and you know, pound him with the subscribers, man. This guy, he really deserves them. So thanks again, Chuck, and keep the camera rolling, buddy. It's funny, I was mentioning the jig that Chuck made to make a ball, you know, and a lot of people remember, they're probably saying to themselves, why would you want to make a ball on a lathe? But this piece right here is a perfect example. Chuck could have made this. He could have cut these Acme threads, right, and then made this end here, right. It's a ball shape. You know, the average guy doesn't have the capabilities of doing that, but Chuck actually made a jig to make that. So if this ever breaks, Chuck, expect a phone call. You know, I think I forgot to mention, but Chuck, I think he also made a video of him making this part for me. So, like I say, go over there, check him out, subscribe to him, tell him I sent you, and even if you're already a subscriber, and I know a lot of you guys are, you know, just go over there and thank him for helping out Road King, because he's one special guy. All right, enough of this.